morning, El Dorado, and welcome to the 9th episode of Hawk Talk. I'm Kelly Hagribi.
And I'm Tony Shirk. Did you apply for ceramics and didn't get in? Well, here's a segment on what you could have been doing.
We have 3 ceramic teachers here at El Dorado, Mr. Baku, Mrs. Olive, and Mr. Thompson. I wanted to talk to Mr. Baku about his class.
Ceramics classes that we offer here at El Dorado in terms of the beginning class is kind of a nice foundational way of introducing the students in terms of how it is that they can start to use clay as a medium to express themselves artistically. And so what we end up doing with ceramics here is the first semester of the class is based around what's called hand building, basically, forming projects using, their hands and some tools. And then the second semester they end up getting an introduction into pottery, which is actually making projects on the potter's wheel. With the advanced class, what you're doing is you're basically building upon the principles, the different skill set that they learn in the beginning class and kind of working on a little bit more advanced, obviously, because it's an advanced class. With the advanced class, ultimately what the goal is by the second semester, the kids that are in that class are going to choose an area of emphasis or an area that interests them and start to create a body of work based on that interest. And so, deciding to spend the entire semester working on teapots or, abstract sculptures or, lidded jars or something like that would ultimately create a body of work that would show well together.
So if you're interested in taking the class, sign up for it next year. Back to Kelly and Tony in the studio.
Ooh, that looks like a fun class.
Hey, Tony, do you like medieval food?
Not particularly. Why?
Well, I hear Mrs. Wolf class is cooking up some delicious antediluvian food. Here's a look at what's going down.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Steve from Jock Talk. We're at Mrs. Wolf's class today, and we're going to go check out our Medieval Cookoff. Let's go check it out.
The project started 12 years ago. Mrs. Switzer at the time was teaching language arts with me, and we were both teaching seniors. We were teaching about the medieval ages with Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, and she found this really cool cookbook in a bookstore and said, wouldn't it be cool if the kids made medieval recipes? And so we tried it, and we had a blast, and we've done it ever since.
This is Medieval Fear Factor. So I understand you guys are doing this for Canterbury Tales. Can you tell me about your project here?
We were each assigned a group. Ours was the church group. And we had to find a recipe that went with our group.
Now back to Tony and Kelly in the studio.
Gross. In other news, here is your weekly dose of spectacular sports.
El Dorado's last home game was ecstatic. The best part, in my opinion, were the 2 interceptions. They beat Villa Park 24-7. For girls volleyball, the Tenacious 2 put up another great fight. Gracie Gallardo had 32 assists and Andrew McHugh had 20 kills. They continued their 3-0 streak against Tustin.
Thanks, boys. Breast cancer kills women of all ages every year. Here's Bree with some information on the subject.
My name is Sharon, and I am a 2-year breast cancer survivor. Well, I was diagnosed 2 years ago. I was diagnosed on October 4th, 2007. And most breast cancer survivors can tell you the day that they were diagnosed because it is a day that changes your life forever. Susan G. Komen for the Cure was started a little over 25 years ago by a woman named Nancy Brinker. Her sister, Susan G. Komen, was diagnosed at a very young age with breast cancer and ended up dying of breast cancer when she was 36 years old. And her sister, Nancy Brinker, made a promise to her sister before she died that she would do everything she could to have a world without breast cancer. Well, the 2 major risk factors for breast cancer are being female and getting older. And unfortunately, there are 2 things that we can't do anything about. Other risk factors are smoking and drinking, your eating habits.
And in case you're wondering when and how to start detection for breast cancer.
Even in high school, you should be doing self-exams every month and going to the doctor every year and being diligent and as a advocate for your own health, because it happens early. If we're talking in your teens, it can start developing.
To those of you interested in supporting the cause,
I would say get involved. You can call the local affiliate, and there are all kinds of events that go on throughout the entire year. It's not just the Race for the Cure.
awareness isn't just happening outside of El Dorado's walls. Here's Kelsey Alexander to inform us on the new Pink Ribbon Club here on campus.
Our goals are to educate and to provide community service opportunities for our members and to raise funds for the fight against breast cancer. Right now we're doing a collection of the Yoplait lids. For every Yoplait lid we collect, the Yoplait donates 10 cents to the Susan G. Komen Foundation.
Thanks, Brianna. If you're interested in learning more about breast cancer, join the Pink Ribbon Club.
On a lighter note,
aquí están sus anuncios adicionales.
Congratulations, Rachel Kim, for being Senior of the Week. Don't forget that Senior Quad Day is tomorrow. Come down to the Senior Quad and get a bagel. The following clubs have meetings today: Glee Club, Be Active Club, Physics Chem Club, the Government Club, the Literature Club, the Pink Ribbon Club, and the Hip Hop Dance Club. The canned food drive starts Monday, November 9th. Bring in your cans. This year's fall play, The Birds, is opening next week. Be there or be square, like a bird.
Well, that was fun. Well, El Dorado, thanks for watching El Dorado High School's #1 news show. I've been Tony Shirk.
And I've been Kelly Hagribi. Have a good week.